Say it.
Quiet on set.
Say camera 1 rolling.
Camera 1 rolling.
Say camera 2 rolling.
Camera 2 rolling.
Is it recording? Say action.
Action.
Good morning. Today we have Miss Sanchez here that graduated at White Swan. Today we are interviewing her and we have a couple questions for you. First question, who was your favorite teacher when you were a kid?
First teacher that comes to mind was Mr. Sanford Jaton. He was an English teacher here at White Swan and the track coach. He demanded respect, but he had a good sense of humor. And I think I was like a junior or senior, and our class really connected with him.
Okay. What have you learned from the White Swan community?
A lot of things. As you said, I graduated from White Swan so many years ago, but I learned that we're a tight-knit community, and we love and we support our kids. My father graduated from White Swan, I graduated from White Swan, my children graduated from White Swan, and all of that was by choice. I chose to be here, I still choose to be here, and I love my community and I love the kids in it. So.
What's your favorite thing about the kids, since you mentioned the community and the kids?
Resilience. Kids are tough. We got a tough state of mind, and you guys. There's so many things, but I would say that you support each other when needed, and you get the job done. And we do it with class.
Okay. What made you want to be a teacher here?
I'm a sports girl, so I knew that I wanted to coach, and so I probably did things backwards. But I went to college. I played college volleyball, and I knew I wanted to continue my career. And the way that you do that when you are done playing college sports is you coach. And so teaching is a profession that goes with coaching. And so I kind of put the cart before the horse, so to speak. So I went in thinking I was going to only coach, but then I became a teacher. And then when I was done coaching, teaching became my first priority. But sports is what brought me to teaching. So.
Okay, as you mentioned sports, what were your favorite sports?
In high school?
Yeah.
I was a 3-sport athlete, so I played volleyball, basketball, and track.
Mm-hmm. What were some other careers you considered before deciding to pursue in education? You know,
coaching and teaching. I don't think that I ever considered anything else. My mom worked at the school, and so as a kid, I always hung out at the school. Like, all of my activities were based around the school. My sister is a teacher, and so it's just in the family, and I kind of didn't really have a backup plan because I knew that's what I wanted to do. So,
how long were you in like the Hera Elementary, and why did you leave or come here?
As Mr. Craig knows, I started at Wapato High School. I taught 5 years at Wapato High School. Then the job came open at Hera Elementary, and I knew I wanted to come home. I loved Wapato, but I knew that I wanted to come home, and Hera was my opportunity to do that. So I was at Hera Elementary for 16 years. I opted to come to the high school because the former PE teacher retired, and it was time in my career to try something new. And so then I opted to take the job here at the high school so that I could try something a little bit new. And it was kind of fun because all the kids that I had taught at elementary were now up at the high school, and so I had the opportunity to work with them.
When you mentioned teaching, did you always want to work at the Mount Adams School District?
Yeah, I knew that I wanted to come back and give back to my community, so yes.
Okay. During your coaching years, what would be your greatest achievement and why?
I was a head coach for 18 years. That's 18 years of riding a bus, being with the kids. My favorite part was building relationships with my athletes. However, if we're talking about wins and losses, In 2014, that team became, we were district champions, we were league champions. That was the third year in a row that I had taken that group of kids to state. We ended up bringing a state trophy home, and we were 6th in the state, which is the highest White Swan had ever placed at that time. So another thrill, I got to coach my own daughter too. So that was a thrill. So.
Okay. Another question is, did you always coach volleyball, or was there other sports besides volleyball that you coached?
I always knew that I was going to coach volleyball, but like my first year at Wapato, I coached C Squad girls basketball, which was fun. And then I also was the 7th grade girls soccer coach at Wapato Middle School, and I knew nothing about soccer, but they needed an adult on the field, and that was me. So that was tough.
Another question is, what has been your favorite memory throughout the years that you coached out?
As I said, the year that we placed 6th at state, it wasn't because of the trophies, but it was because of the relationships I had built with those kids, and they really bought into the program, and they were close, and there was no fighting, there was no drama, it was just all business, and they showed up for everything. They showed up for practices, they showed up for summer events, and that's what made them champions. And and it's, we have good players here and there, but you have to have a group that buys into what the program's all about, and that's what made it fun that particular year.
The athletes made it fun.
The what?
The athletes,
how supportive they were of each other, and how much they bought into what the program was about. So yeah.
Thank you, Ms. Sanchez. We're glad to have you here, and glad to hear your responses from our questions.
Thank you. I appreciate you asking. Thank you.